I actually thought this part of the debate would actually be like super weak, but dude, Ethan is going like hard into it. Just about the sword, he's going hard. Holy fuck.
According to the New York Times article, there was 10 options. So what's the chances that they chose the swastika one? That seems pretty slim.
Well,
you got 10 swords, don't you?
The week prior to that, I believe. I don't know the exact time. I don't really remember when they shot this, but I had the sword out because I was doing an Assassin's Creed promo. Do you feel like if I thought it was like genuinely a swastika sword, I would use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes.
Damn. Just called him out on it. Just straight up called him out. Now, based on like what he said before about like when they were defining rules, which is not gonna be in this video, but basically Ethan agrees that there's a genocide. Ethan agrees on the definition of Zionism, that Zionism is a racial superiority movement, not just that Israel deserves to exist, but also that the Jews are superior in that region, stuff like that. So 100%, I already like disagree with Ethan, like overall, okay, and definitely disagree with Hassan. But when he just called him straight out on it, is on the sword. Ooh, ooh, so good.
That's what we call dog whistle, Hassan. And what you're doing...
He was not expecting, like, his reaction, dude. Look at his reaction.
Use it in an Assassin's Creed promo shot?
Yes.
He's shocked. He just straight up called him out. I don't think Hassan is used to confrontation, like actual like confrontation.
That's what we call a dog whistle, Hassan. And what you're doing is gaslighting somebody. You made a video. Let me make a point here, Hassan, because you're the king of microaggressions and understanding the perspective of minority groups, true. Right? So you made a video. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish. Let me finish my point, Hassan. No, stop. You are making a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism while exhibiting the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. Do you not see this as a problem, or at least am I insane for thinking this is odd?
Ethan, take a deep breath.
Answer the question. I don't need you to console me.
I didn't even hear your question.
Now, thing is, only thing that is, I love that Ethan is so into it, but at the same time, when they start talking over each other, is a bit annoying. Now, at the same time, it's because Hassan is trying to like talk while Ethan is trying to get his point across, so I get it. But like, I want them both to just like fucking shut the fuck up, make your point, so I can make my point. But that never happens. Even on like, you know, I mean, honestly, like I was gonna say like even on Piers Morgan, but let's be real. Piers Morgan, the reason people are watching this is because people are yelling over one another.
Need you to.
Well, you should try listening instead of speaking.
I'm just looking for clarification here. Do you think that I deliberately was using a dog whistle in an Assassin's Creed promo, or that it was a cool sword that was laying around because it's the only long sword that I have?
You have 10 swords.
I know they're heavy. That's not a real sword.
So yes, I'm aware that it's not a real sword, but you had 10 to choose from. What does it matter how much they weigh?
Yeah, the other ones are heavy.
Let me paint a scenario. Hassan, let me paint a scenario for you, okay? Listen, okay? This is important. You participated in a video accusing a Jewish man of exaggerating anti-Semitism. You exhibited in that video the most hateful symbol against Jewish people. 1 out of 10 of your swords that you have previously already stated you know is the, quote, swastika sword. So am I insane for even... You're treating me like I'm insane for bringing this up, but it sounds pretty reasonable.
I mean, it's a little insane.
So yeah, microaggressions just don't exist for Jewish people.
Oh my god, bro! Just admit that it's a reasonable argument. That wasn't the intention. Even though we believe that it is, just say that's like it wasn't the intention. Bad coincidence, yada yada. Just like play it off or something, but don't say that. Don't gaslight him to make it sound like he's insane. Everybody that that saw that can relate more to Ethan. Let's be real.
You're asking me why iDubbbz.
It's your sword.
No. Like, stop. Again, with the gaslighting, bro. Just fucking be honest, man. For like once in your life. He's asking for your opinion about something, not about like if you were the editor of iDubbbz.
Oh, I don't believe that you weren't there.
I'm not iDubbbz.
You were there, bro. It's in your fucking house.
I don't know why you're asking me.
Because it's your house and your sword.
But I also gave you what my speculation is, and that is that
it was just a cosmic chance.
I previously had it laying around because I had just done an Assassin's Creed promo.
Okay, if you say so. So if it's a cosmic fluke, which you claim, then why leave the photo up?
I'm not even in the photo. I
know it's in your room though, and with your sword. Why leave the photo up if it's a cosmic fluke?
Wait, why are you asking me this question? I don't know. I'm not. Ethan.
I'm sorry, Hassan. Are you unable to make value judgments on situations? Like, isn't that what you do for a living? Do you think that IDUB should have removed?
I don't think it's relevant or that big of a deal at all. If that's what you're trying to get out of me, like, yeah, I think it's not.
Okay, so you're telling a Jewish man who's complaining about a very odd coincidence that I'm crazy and I'm exaggerating.
Throw the Manji on Ethan. Can we? Okay, you got me. All right. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, you got me. I put a swastika in the video calling you out for exaggerating anti-Semitism. You got me. Yes, you did. You literally did.
I didn't do that.
Okay, laugh about it. Go on.
It's not a swastika. And
why should you leave it out?
You have that much of an issue with swastikas, considering you drew one on PewDiePie.
I'm a Jewish man, you fucking moron.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Is anyone in that room Jewish?
Is anyone in that room?
Did I draw?
I'm not so surprised this lasts for another 4.5 hours. Just from like, he called him a moron like 25 minutes in. Like, it's already like personal attack. So it's like, it's hard for me to imagine it cooling off at some point. And it's like, if it's already this heated.
One time on,
do you think that Jews have an exclusivity agreement with like being offended or not offended by Nazi imagery? You've done a Sig Heil approximately what 50 times.
Why did I do a Sig Heil? Why did I do a Sig Heil?
I don't know.
Because you only watch clips on Twitter. I was making fun of Elon Musk and trying to see if it was valid or not.
Oh, thank you.
And by the way, as a Jewish man, are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word?
Wait, what?
Are you going to tell black people not to use the N-word because it offends you?
Do you think this is an apt comparison?
Yes.
Okay. So you think that being able to draw this, your anti-Semitism radar is completely out of whack.
And who are you to?
To an extent, Ethan is right. A lot of Jews, that I grew up with, we make a lot of like Nazi jokes about gas chambers. We have a few. But it's between us Jews, so it's kind of like, you know, if like somebody else came in and made like that joke. Now, personally, right now, obviously I don't care. I mean, like when we were growing up, and honestly, some Jews would still find it offensive, right? But at the same time, it's like if it's between friends, it doesn't matter. Like same as like as a white dude, you can say the N-word with your black friends. Like they probably don't give a shit, right? Because like you're all friends. But you know, it's when a stranger that makes that joke. Right, the stranger, like a white dude, can't just say the N-word next to like a bunch of black people who he doesn't know. Not gonna end up well. Similar with like just like a random person who's not a Jew, can't make a Nazi gas chamber joke around a bunch of Jews that he doesn't know. So I see his argument. I think it's valid enough. Personally, I don't care. But only thing Hassan is good at is giving a 10-second deep throat to the Twitch CEO Smack McCovered Raisin Dick. He rewards Hassan by sending him cans of Chef Boyardee ravioli, dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, and an unbent for constantly breaking Twitch US. Damn! Out of nowhere, Mirage. Holy fuck. I do agree, though. I do agree.
To say that to me, you pose with a swastika.
You're saying it's not a swastika, and you know it's not a swastika.
I mean, it literally is a swastika.
No,
I mean, this argument is stupid, but because it's stupid, and Hassan not willing to just admit to a bad coincidence or whatever, like just like gaslighting on this topic is a losing strategy. The best strategy for this, if you don't want to admit, is play it like an idiot. Like, it's like, hey man, like when we took the shot, like, yeah, we didn't think about it, was just a sword that was laying there. We didn't really think about it, was just like, pick up a sword, whatever, right? And it's like, yeah, like, sorry you're offended, whatever. Like, obviously there's tension between them, but like, man, just move on with this point. This point is extremely not important, especially because this is like, yeah, it's Hassan's sword, but it's not IDUB's. So it's like Hassan has a point where it's like, okay, it's IDUB's took that sword, right? He want to make that. He want to use that prop. It's not up to me. But in your opinion, should he have done it, knowing after the fact? My point was like, yeah, maybe it was bad. Like, just like be fucking like half honest and half stupid. I don't know, man. Like, it's such a stupid point.
Let me see the swords in your background. Why didn't you choose one of those ones?
I didn't choose the sword, Ethan.
I don't believe you.
Do you think this is a productive use of our time?
Absolutely. So anyway, you say it's a weird cosmic flute. Personally, if I think it was a weird cosmic flute, you say basically it's not a swastika. The difference between the Hindu symbol and
but it's not.
Okay, right. The difference between the Hindu symbol
What
and the Nazi
PewDiePie,
swastika.
on the other hand, was a swastika.
I'll finish what I said. Yeah, I'm a Jewish man. I depicted a swastika,
cool.
a tasteless joke on IW shirt 10 years ago. You said this is the swastika sword, and you keep it in your house, and you use it and pose it in photos, attacking a Jewish man. The fact that you can't even concede that looks bad.
I to it as looking like a swastika when my friend picked it up.
So let me just admit it looks bad. Holy fuck, man. I agree with you. It looks bad. Whatever. It's like, what bridge are you trying not to burn? Like, IW's career is over anyways. Like, just burn that bridge. Who cares?
Genuinely thought it was a swastika memorabilia. Do you think I would keep it in my house?
Dude,
yes. Yes, because that's literally why you bought it in the first place, because you don't even watch Bleach. Fuck, man.
It's obtuse. I know it's not a swastika, right? And I know you know it's not a swastika, but it is literally a swastika also. Because the difference between a swastika and that Hindu symbol is this. You see what I'm doing? This is the difference. If you ask a Hindu person, would they walk around with a swastika sign?
Wait, so you know?
Fuck no, they know that looks like a
swastika sword. So I'm a little confused.
Ask your Hindu friends if they would walk around with like a swastika brandished. They know.
Okay.
Are you Hindu?
I am not Hindu.
Okay, interesting.
No.
So anyway, it was a cosmic fluke.
Do you think?
Alright, interesting. Yeah, because like, so why do you have a Hindu symbol then? Right? It's like it's a weak argument, but it's like, bro, just fucking it. Like, just. Oh my god, man.
Hindu people have Bleach swords. Like, what's going on?
We're discussing the symbol, not the sword. Okay, go ahead. So you think it was a cosmic fluke? There was 10 swords. He magically picked that one.
I can't. Again, I'm
and
speculating on
he left
the
it up.
decision making
If
of
it was
a
a
person.
mistake, he could have deleted it.
I'm not him.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Again, I'm going to repeat myself here. I think I'm doing.
You don't need to. Go ahead.
I am not.
Ask me the next question.
I don't know what was going on.
I'm not accusing you of being
mind.
IDubs, Hassan, but you're acting like you're incapable of making value judgments on things because you're not
No, because
IDubs.
I already made the value judgment. I think you're being crazy.
Okay, well, Mr. Microaggressions thinks I'm being crazy. Very good. You have no problem telling Jewish people they're being crazy on what?
Yes.
It's like a blatant fuck. Go ahead. Ask me the next question.
Yes, I don't.
Do you think
I don't have a problem
if you could
telling
go back,
you're being crazy right now. You being Jewish has nothing to do with this.
Sure, I'm sure it doesn't. Do you think going back that it was a mistake to use that sword?
I don't really care about this at all.
Okay, fantastic. Well,
I don't really care about this at all. Like, yeah, in retrospect, I can see how it can be offensive. That's it. Like, that's all you gotta say. Holy fuck, man.
Well, that really shows where you're at on this. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Okay. So, since you believe that Israel is committing a genocide,
are they still talking about the sword or no?
A moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good, I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know, Hassan.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Hassan, let the audience watch the video.
That you would consider to be appropriate because it feels like throughout this entire process you have set boundaries on what you think
just
is
killing civilians. That's the boundary.
As you have set boundaries on what you think is inappropriate.
Killing civilians.
Time and time again has said is outright anti-Semitic.
My boundary is killing civilians.
Okay, that's great. So
is that unreasonable?
That's a perfectly reasonable boundary to set.
Okay, good. So then
we
don't disagree
with you on that. Great. Okay.
So let me ask you the next one. Let me ask you about this Tabra tier list.
Hold on. I have a. Can I? Let me finish.
Well, you asked and I answered. Go ahead. You could go on a little bit more.
Okay. So hold on. Everyone's complaining about my volume on my side because we're using Zoom instead of Discord. So my fucking audio.
It's fine. Take your time to get
my audio keeps going up and down. Okay. So one of the first conversations that we had, you and I had, that led to the Leftovers podcast ending, was that you considered "From the River to the Sea, Palestine will be free" to be an anti-Semitic slogan. You said that Jews feel like this is an exterminationist slogan and Jews fear this slogan in the United States of America.
Yeah, that is literally what the slogan is. Yeah, that is literally what it means. Yeah.
Correct.
If you think that Israel's doing a genocide, do you feel like it is appropriate for Westerners in the United States of America and Palestinians and people of Palestinian descent to be able to use emancipatory slogans, or should they go to jail under the Trump administration?
Okay, I mean, these are pretty extreme questions. Now, I'm not making a value judgment. I'm just trying.
All I was trying to do. Question is what's happening right now.
Do you want me to answer?
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to explain the Jewish perspective. I'm not trying to make a value judgment of it. But what I will tell you is that how do you feel about Norm Finkelstein?
Love Norm. I know he has said that.
Here's what he had to say about this.
I know what he said.
No. I want the audience to see this, Hassan.
Hold on.
Hassan, I want the audience to see this video.
This is not going to be a moment for you because I know Norm's position.
Good. I'm glad you know. Let's let the audience know, Hassan.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Hassan, let the audience watch the video.
I can have a nuanced and reasonable disagreement with a person that I actually admire. So
that's what we're having.
Like Norm.
So it's nuanced and understandable with Norm. Let the audience watch the video, Hassan.
Okay. Go ahead.
Palestine will be free.
Let me go back. Yeah. Here's the Norm Finkelstein, a prominent figurehead in the Palestinian liberation movement.
Yeah, I know. I have more positions that I agree with them on this as well.
Be free. I think it's a bad slogan. I know the slogan from the 1960s, the 1970s. It was a bad slogan then, and it's a bad slogan now because it has too much ambiguity. When you say "from the river,"
someone's gonna hit me with the chair react.
To the sea, Palestine will be free. Obviously, a question arises. Okay, what happens to the Jews in that scenario? And some people will say, well, all it's about is everybody being free, but that's not what the slogan says. So I have, in recent weeks, I have voiced my concern that it's a bad slogan. And I said, just change it, tweak it. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And you can't answer that slogan because all you're talking about is equal rights for everyone. From the river to the sea, one person, one vote, Palestinians will be free. And
well, I don't know if he actually means the one vote thing, because I think what he's saying is good in that. From the river to the sea, Palestinians will be free, which I think is good. You're laughing at Norm.
Routinely talked at campus encampments, college campus Palestinian encampments as to, I'm not going to make much hay about the slogan in general. There's plenty of other slogans.
Well, you're willing to listen to him, but when I say it, it becomes a big controversy. I literally, it's not even my opinion.
I have a disagreement with him on that, and you're forgetting one key factor.
What's that?
Okay, you're forgetting one key factor. Norm Finkelstein still ultimately will always say, while I disagree with the slogan because I think it scares people, it ultimately does not matter, and I'm not going to stand in opposition to it. He doesn't say it's anti-Semitic.
When have I opposed
he doesn't say it is extermination.
When have I opposed it?
That's what people think.
When have I opposed it?
If you think that Norm Finkelstein would be in agreement with you in any way, shape, or form on any issue, please have a conversation with him.
He's literally in agreement with me, like verbatim.
Okay. No,
actually, even more.
You said it was anti-Semitic. Norm doesn't think it's anti-Semitic.
Hassan, do you remember me advocating against it? Do you remember me advocating against it?
If he agrees with you on anything.
Sure, I'll ask Norm Finkelstein. Do you remember me denouncing that statement and saying people shouldn't say it?
I believe in our conversation,
no, it didn't happen. You're lying.
You said it was anti-Semitic.
I said it's perceived that way by Jewish people. All right, let's move on. The Sabra tier list.
Norm does not believe it's an anti-Semitic
Very
slogan.
good. I'll ask him about it. Now let me.
Oh my God, bro. Okay. Let's differentiate a couple of things here. One, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. The way it is used, I only care about the context of the saying, right? Even if you want to be charitable, right? If you want to be charitable, you think like only like like people with like superb consciousness are saying it, right? And they don't mean genocide. They just mean that like there shouldn't be an Israel and everyone should live in peace and like and fucking Garden of Eden will form in the land of Israel, right? Let's assume that there are people who think that way. Vast majority of people who are saying it would actually love if... Okay, maybe it's not fair to say vast majority, because I would say majority of people don't even understand what that means. They don't know which river, they don't know which sea. They're just like, oh, it's a catchy slogan, they say it. Okay. Vast majority of people who know what it means, which is like probably like a very, very tiny minority of people who actually say it, would want the annihilation of the Jews. Or would be okay with it. It's not even like actively want the annihilation of Jews. They would be okay with it. Okay? From the people who know what it means, which river, which sea, where the origin of the slogan, everything. The people who know what that slogan means, they either would love it if all the Jews there died, or they don't really care. Like they wouldn't fight against a genocide of the Jews in Israel. Similarly, how the people in Gaza only complain about Hamas when they get fucked in the ass by the IDF. But if Hamas was winning the fight, nobody in Gaza would be complaining. Like, oh, we shouldn't do this war. Oh, this war is unjust. Oh, like we just want to live in peace. No. You, like everybody knows that is not the case. Okay? And rightfully so. By the way, I'm not blaming them for that not being the case. I'm just saying that, like, hey, it is what it is, right? Shit, if your army can take a bigger chunk of land and like be more prosperous, of course you would want that, right? At the expense of the people they're killing. Problem is, when you're losing, suddenly, oh, the army fucked us over, like the Hamas fucked us over, yada, 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 oh, Hamas are bad, yada, yada, and it's like, oh, let's make protests against Hamas, and it's like, wouldn't be making these protests if they were winning. Is the fair argument? I wouldn't say it's the most fair of arguments, but it's just to say that like these people are not anti-war or like they are peaceful people. It's just that they're anti-losing a war. So yeah, most people from the root to the sea would either love for Israel Jews to just like stop existing, or they just wouldn't care if the genocide was the other way around, right? I doubt there will be any riots in the streets if Palestinians were genociding Jews. And by the way, I don't even think that Israel is genociding Palestinians. I know that the lefties think that's the case. Numbers do not support it at all. So, whatever. Anyways, let's move on to the next topic.